Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask. It is Wednesday, April the 21st. Today is National Chocolate Covered Cashews Day.
Yum.
That does sound delicious. It's also National Kindergarten Day. Do you remember kindergarten?
I do.
Did you like kindergarten? Were you excited to go to school? Or were
I
you...
did like kindergarten.
Because I know people who didn't want to go.
Oh, I loved kindergarten. After that, it started to get tough. And then I started skipping.
National Yellow Bat Day today. Remember the yellow bat you'd play with, like baseball, the big plastic
baseball.
yellow?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's what it is. And then National Administrative Professionals Day used to be referred to as Secretary's Day.
You can't say that anymore.
Well,
I don't know why. Why did secretary become a derogatory word?
No, it's not a derogatory word. It's two different things. So there's people who are administrative professionals, like the Secretary of Defense is a secretary. They're not the administrative professional of defense. So it's two different things, I think, is why that changed. Anywho, happy Administrative Professionals Day to you. Also, I got a guest. You know who I'm talking to? I'm so excited.
I have no clue.
Last night was the premiere of the new season of Storage Wars. I have Brandi from Storage Wars. I'm so excited to chat with her. She's coming up in just a bit.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A new study reports 1 in 3 COVID survivors suffer mental disorders of some sort within 6 months of becoming infected. I actually know somebody who had COVID who had some terrible issues with remembering things and all kinds of stuff.
All sorts of people that I know that have had COVID are having trouble memorizing.
So, and then over here, if you're in your 20s or 30s, or if that's way behind you, you might want to pay attention here. What's one piece of advice that older people would give to younger people that they think everybody needs to hear? Here are the top 3 things. They say, stay fit. Get fit now and stay fit because it's going to be hard to turn that around.
You bet.
As you get older. So I agree completely. That ship has sailed for me, and it has been so tough to get back to port. With everything you bring into your apartment or home, take something out, sell it, donate it, don't clutter. That's the second most important thing. And the third thing, when deciding between going to bed or watching one more episode or playing one more level, always go to bed. We should listen to that.
We should listen to that one for sure.
We're like, oh, hey, we should watch just one more episode. It's so good. And it's like,
I'm good with the not cluttering part.
Yeah, I'm bad at all
the other
of those.
two, I'm struggling with.
Bad at all. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. A North Carolina woman busted on drug trafficking charges when a child showed up at school with a whole bunch of cocaine.
Oh my gosh.
260 grams of cocaine were in the child's book bag last Tuesday. And that's when that discovery led to the arrest of 27-year-old Sheree Becton. She's charged with trafficking cocaine, possession with intent to sell/deliver cocaine, and with child abuse. Police did not reveal what the relationship was from this lady to this child. A photo posted on the page showed the cocaine wrapped in vacuum-sealed plastic bags along with a baby blue backpack. So
that's disgusting.
Yeah, that is a bad thing. Don't do that. If you do, you go to jail. It's what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. TMZ reports Real Housewives of Orange County star Bronwyn Wyndham Burke. You know who that is?
No.
We don't watch this show, but I bet somebody knows, and I probably said all of those names wrong, and I didn't mean to. But this person has broken up with her girlfriend, Chris, and is now dating other women. And online, somebody said, this is so insignificant, they didn't even put the last name of this person, Chris. So apparently it's not big news, but somehow it was the only news I could find. And the Kardashian legal team is working hard to remove an unwanted photo of Khloe Kardashian from the internet. The photo shows her in a swimsuit with no airbrushing. And they're going, we don't want that out there because...
Well, that's a shame because that's how the rest of us have to appear
But
all the time.
I don't know. Can you imagine how hard that would be to live in a spotlight where every little thing you do, there's somebody snapping photos of you? Because think about how many times we go places and do things where we probably don't look great. Like, hey,
I always go places and do things where I don't look
Here's another
great.
photo of John in his Crocs wearing socks at some important event. Okay, I don't quite do that, but we don't necessarily look photo ready all the time. So.
You know how many pictures of me are out there where I did not look photo ready? There's so
You always
many.
look good, though.
No, not even
You do.
a little bit.
Big screen,
so
little
you know
screen.
what? It's about time that some of these celebrities have to live in the real world with the rest of us.
Well then, big screen, little screen. Brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of RadioSavings.com. Usher, the singer guy, is accused of giving out fake money at a gentleman's club. That wasn't very gentlemanlike.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if he knew that it was fake money, because he might have gotten it somewhere. I don't really know the whole story, but doesn't that seem really weird?
That seems really bizarre.
Really bizarre. Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office announced the Tiger Woods horrific accident that was in the news like a month ago was caused by excessive speed, not the drug, driving fast.
Sure.
I wanted to make sure that we clarified that because
totally get
as
that.
I said it sounded like something else. But
Right.
Sources with direct knowledge told TMZ that Tiger Woods was speeding when he lost control of the loaned 2021 Genesis GV80 in Southern California. It was a stroke of luck that Tiger made it out alive. So that is the story. A new viral video from Norfolk, England shows two brown rabbits having a boxing match.
Oh.
Kind of interesting.
Is that like cage fighting? I mean, is that
but it was-
bad?
No, I think it was just in the wild. Like they were.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's
So
this
they
video.
didn't just have pets and put them in a cage. And
I don't think it was. I don't know if it is.
I
That's
haven't
bad.
watched it. But okay, that's
If it
okay.
is,
then.
that's bad. If it's just two, we'll move on. A lovesick British Romeo. Remember the kid who drove his jet ski across the Irish Sea?
Yes, I remember him.
To be with his girlfriend during COVID lockdowns. Well, they broke up now.
Aww.
The world was so excited for those two. I mean,
That's a shame.
remember when that came out? Everybody was like,
it was
oh,
adorable.
I wish somebody would care about me that much. And now he's like, yeah, I'm moving on. I got to get my jet ski and go back home. I don't know if he did that or how he got home. And one last story. An unusually late winter frost is forcing wine grape fields all across Europe to use torches to warm their crops. So there could
that's
be
interesting.
a shortage of grapes this year if that doesn't change. And all of a sudden that would be a shortage of wine this year. So then there would be fewer wines being made this year, which could turn into a big problem in the future for Heidi and others.
Also a bad year for John.
Yeah, for all of us. Scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of RadioSavings.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you pack out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday. Last night was the first night of the new season of Storage Wars. We have Brandi Passante joining us right now. When you first signed on to be a part of the show, did you have any idea that this thing was going to be as big as it is?
Not at all. No clue. We were all pretty surprised when it became as popular as it is.
And Storage Wars on A&E. Brandi and her husband Jared work together. Now let's talk a little bit about the show. For people maybe that are not familiar, how would you describe Storage Wars?
As storage units go to default, and they put them up for auction, and I am one of the buyers. I go and they auction off a storage unit full of contents that I'm not sure what's in there. I'm able to look from the outside, but not go in or touch anything. And, then we purchase it and get to kind of go through it and hopefully find something of value.
So you've been doing this a long time. Is there any particular thing that kind of stands out as the coolest thing that you found in a storage locker?
I mean, there's been a lot of really unique items that I've kind of come across over the years. I always prefer just to find money.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And that happens from time to time where people have like collections that, coin collections things. And I always wonder, why would they let this go to auction? What is the reason for that? Do you know?
There's all sorts of reasons. It could be death in the family, and they just went in and grabbed all their stuff and threw it in a unit and don't have any idea what was in there. Somebody's personal assistant forgot to pay their bills, simply just can't afford it and let it go to default.
Visiting right now with Brandi from Storage Wars. Now, I've seen on the show you and your husband Jared have like a thrift shop. Did you have that before being on the show Storage Wars, or did you start that afterwards?
No, I had the thrift store prior to. Started buying units as a hobby and kind of went a little crazy from there and opened a store and then opened another store. Got approached at an auction by a production company, and the rest is history.
Now, we mentioned a bit ago that you work with your husband, Jared, and there are times watching the show that I can tell you and Jared don't always agree on everything, but I think that kind of makes it fun, and I think a lot of people probably relate to that quite a bit, don't they?
Yes, I'm quite certain that people's significant others can really give them the eye rolls sometimes, for sure.
And I can certainly relate. My wife and I work together as well, and there are times that she's rolling her eyes, probably right now, as a matter of fact. Now, I'm seeing Married to the Job. Tell me a little bit about that program.
Yeah, that was, quite a few years ago. It's funny to kind of look back on that because my kids were so small. They are not small anymore. My son is 17 and 6'3".
Nice. That is awesome. Family's all grown up, and I'll tell you what, this TV show, Storage Wars, has certainly grown as well. In addition to the show getting more popular, people going to storage auctions, has that become a more popular thing? Does that make it more difficult for you guys?
It always varies. We were recently at an auction, though. There were over 100 people that had shown up. But on occasion, it's only 2 or 3 other buyers, outsiders. You never know. Never know what you're going to walk into.
What kind of advice would you give to somebody who's listening and they're going, okay, I've watched that show and I want to do that. So should they just show up and start buying, or there's some advice that maybe you should give ahead of time?
My best advice would be don't do it.
It can probably be kind of addicting, can it?
It absolutely can, and it never ceases to amaze me. The losses and triumphs that occurred, over the years. You're always going to be. There's going to be always some element of surprise happening, for sure.
Brandi, thank you so much for taking the time to chat. It's been a lot of fun to visit with you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Again, our guest today has been Brandi Passante. She is one of the many smiling faces you're going to see on a little TV show called Storage Wars, and they just premiered their latest season last night. There were 2 episodes last night on A&E. I've got a link to all the information, and you can catch it every Tuesday night on A&E. All of the info, like I said, in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Every second, you know how long that is? It's this long.
Yes.
Right there, that long. Every second, Americans collectively, altogether, eat 100 pounds of chocolate.
Really?
Which, it's every second.
I do love chocolate.
I do too. But I don't eat nearly as much chocolate as other people, apparently. Because
No.
we don't eat that much chocolate, do we?
No, not anymore.
100 pounds every second? So it's a lot of chocolate. Now you know. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline China. Chinese officials have launched what they say is the world's first traffic light for camels. Yeah.
What?
A new traffic light installed to help tourists. Camel riding tourists are a big attraction for visitors.
In China?
Yeah, in the Mingsha Mountain and Crescent Spring, Duhong City area of China.
Okay.
And now they put in a traffic light to stop the camels so they would go,
I
here
had
and there.
no idea they even had camels.
They
in
were having
China.
a lot of camel collisions, apparently. Now they've got it all, supposedly going to all be under control. A news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. And this is weird. Sri Lanka beauty queen caused a pageant brawl over the crown and was arrested on stage. So the reigning Mrs. World, Caroline Jury, was arrested on charges of simple hurt and criminal cause in connection with chaos on a pageant on Sunday night in Colombo. So I don't exactly understand what happened here, but I'm going to read to you what it says. Mrs. Sri Lanka, winner, she snatched the crown off of another lady's head, claiming she was actually divorced and then was disqualified from holding the title. There is a rule that prevents women who have been already married and divorced. So she said, I am taking steps towards making the crown go to the second place person. Anyway, turned into a big old mess and a big fracas, as they put it in the story.
Fracas.
A fracas on stage.
There was a fracas.
One had to be hospitalized due to the head injuries after the debacle. Police confirmed they arrested Jure and another competitor in connection with the brawl. So, wow. What a weird story. You'd think if they were disqualified, they wouldn't even be allowed in the pageant.
You would think.
But this person won, and they're like, nope, I'm disqualifying you right now, and I'm taking the crown, and they yanked it off her head, causing head injuries. And just be nice to each other. It's weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your moment of duh, brought to you by RadioSavings.com. A man suspected of stealing seafood from several towns around the state was taken into custody in Windsor. Police there say 30-year-old Nicholas Latina, I think, of New London, entered a supermarket at 5:15. They said he attempted to take some items but replaced them. He was known to store personnel. He was detained. Although he did not have a violation to charge him, officers learned that he had an outstanding arrest warrant in other towns, including Bristol, Cheshire, Plymouth, and Vernon. At least 3 times since February, they've investigated theft of groceries, including shrimp, from local grocery stores. In all of these areas, police are still investigating. Many of these were thefts of over $1,000.
Whoa.
Yeah. So he said 30 to 35 bags of shrimp were taken from a store.
Whoa.
I'm not sure how he's doing this.
Exactly.
But somehow he's doing this. Police say over $1,100 in shrimp from another store. So he got himself in a whole lot of trouble. That's today's moment of duh. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. You'll go to jail. It's brought to you by RadioSavings.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you pack out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Heidi, tell me, from your home state of Iowa, Lake Panorama in Panora, Iowa. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Lake Panorama.
I'll say golf course.
And the answer is, ladies and gentlemen, golf
There we
course.
go.
Little golf clap for Heidi. Yeah.
Finally,
Yeah.
back on track.
You've struck out a lot
I really
lately.
have been.
We should be keeping score. We should get like a little
Tally board.
a golf score sheet and keep track every month. That would be kind of fun.
Okay.
We'll have to start next month because we're halfway through now.
We're almost done
Yeah,
now.
I mean, it's going to be a downhill slide now. But she got it right. Did you get it right? If you did, that golf clap was for you as well. That's how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. Have you ever had a dog that was lost?
Yes.
I have
terrifying.
Too. It is. And did you get your dog back?
Yes, we did.
Oh, you're talking about with us?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, have you ever had a dog that you lost that you didn't get back?
No.
When I was a kid, we had a dog that was lost that we never got back. Here's a headline. It's a miracle. Massachusetts woman reunites with dog that's been missing for 5 years. Yeah.
What?
Dog went missing 5 years ago, now reunited with her, the person that actually had her originally, Renee Perry. It's a Bayesian mix. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Went missing from her home in 2016. The pup was only 1.5 at the time, being watched by a sitter. She said, I didn't think, I did like to think about what it would be like if I'd ever get her back, but I didn't think I would. So she got a very unexpected call that her dog had been found about 10 miles from where it went missing. A couple found the dog wandering outside their home, reached out to Missing Dogs in Massachusetts, a nonprofit. They said probably within a couple hours of catching the dog, they scanned the microchip and found out, oh, hey, this is her dog.
Wow.
So the dog was somewhere else.
Somebody
for
had
a
the
while.
dog. Yeah.
And then got out again and found her way back home.
That is
She said,
insane.
To get her back, I think it's an understatement to say it's a miracle because it's just crazy. It's surreal, Perry said. So I can't even imagine after that many years.
That's insane.
That it really is. But what a great story.
Yeah.
And we were just talking to somebody else about the whole chipping, instead of collars and doing chipping and this and that.
Oh, you still have to have a collar.
But I'm saying, the people that are for that and the people that are against that, but this is a story that's kind of a pro-chipping story, I would say,
Right.
because that's how it went back to the rightful owner. So, I don't know. Interesting stuff. Now you know. That is some good news for today, brought to you by our good friends at bettercreditcards.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.